Meghan Markle has been the subject of one smear campaign after another in recent years. Some of these, such as the bogus investigation into Meghan's bullying of palace staffers, have originated within the royal family. But most of the attempts to slander the Duchess and destroy her hard-earned reputation come to us from the pit of vipers that is the British tabloid media. And now, one self-proclaimed journalist has said the quiet part out loud by declaring that he wrote his new book with the intention of bringing about Meghan's downfall. The journalist is Tom Bower, and the book is Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors. The book won't hit stores in America until Friday, but it's already making headlines thanks to some controversial excerpts that have appeared online. Earlier this week, we discussed some of the more scandalous claims Bower makes in his book, including the allegation that Prince Harry's friends warned him against marrying Meghan. The journalist is Tom Bower, and the book is Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors. The book won't hit stores in America until Friday, but it's already making headlines thanks to some controversial excerpts that have appeared online. Earlier this week, we discussed some of the more scandalous claims Bower makes in his book, including the allegation that Prince Harry's friends warned him against marrying Meghan. And not surprisingly, he made his most ridiculous boasts during an interview with fellow slimy British toadman, Piers Morgan. Are they in trouble now though? Is the Sussex brand on the downward slope? Morgan asked Bower at one point. A lot of American friends of mine are completely done with them, which they weren't even a year ago, Morgan continued, doing the classic, Trumpian many people are saying thing, where he presents an anecdotal claim with no evidence to back it up. It's a question that shouldn't be taken seriously, but Bower is not a serious journalist, so he eagerly jumped on it. And this book may hasten the downward trend, over which I wouldn't be sad at all because they pose a real threat to the royal family, he replied to his fellow lizard person. It might sound like Bower is one of those royal traditionalists who slanders Meghan as a means of defending her in-laws, but really, he's just a guy who's looking to make a buck by talking a lot of trash. His previous book, a biography of Prince Charles, was just as loaded with ridiculous claims and weird, misguided rage. Tom Bower is the undisputed witchfinder general of contemporary biographers. Before his next subject is led quivering into the dock, Bower tends to don his black cap, just to save time. The esteemed journalist and author Craig Brown wrote in a review of Bower's book about Charles. This year's accused is Prince Charles. A handy summary of the charges against him can be obtained by turning to Charles, Prince of Wales in the book's index, and then looking under character. The categories listed are, refusal to accept blame, self-doubt, disloyalty, victims of, dislike of criticism/dissenting views, scapegoats, self-pity, intolerance/bad temper, sense of superiority, grudges, selfishness, resentment of Diana, derogatory comments about Diana, on himself, discourteousness. Not a single redeeming characteristic is allowed a look in. Not surprisingly, people who are cited as sources in Bower's book about Meghan have already come forward to complain that the author was unethical in his methods, often using out-of-context quotes to bolster his central arguments. Bower attempted to create the impression that Kashina had been manipulated by Meghan when she served as guest editor of the magazine. It's strange for a royal biographer to be so forthcoming about their intentions of causing intentional harm to a royal family member's reputation, but Tom Bower has a long history of negatively portraying other members of the royal family as well, portraying other